From a sea lion who eventually saved thousands of people to an elephant who saved the life of a girl from a tsunami, put on your flotation devices and rescue gear as we explore this one. Whale saves life, a marine biologist. A lone figure swam in the endless blue of the Pacific Ocean near the Cook Islands, her presence barely visible against the vast aquatic canvas. This figure was a woman, a seasoned marine biologist, but even all her wealth of experience couldn't prepare her for what was about to happen. Nan Hasur was a well-known conservationist, and the entity that approached her was a massive humpback whale. The whale nudged her with its head and shielded her beneath its pectoral fin, as if trying to conceal her, in an exceptional display of interspecies interaction. Befuddled and terrified, Hasur remained unaware of the whale's intentions until she noticed the ominous silhouette of a tiger shark nearby. The whale was protecting her. The whale remained with her until she was able to reach her boat safely. The fact that the whale felt like it was necessary to protect her could mean that it knew the tiger shark and that it was probably bad news. As visitors, we have a responsibility to respect and preserve their environment. After all, who wouldn't want to keep a friendly relationship with a bodyguard weighing 40 tons? Dolphins save man from a hammerhead shark. A dramatic ballet of marine life unfolded around a lone human figure in the shimmering depths of the Atlantic near the Bahamas. He was an explorer of the deep when he was unexpectedly confronted by a colossal hammerhead shark that emerged from the edge of a reef. These sharks are considered unpredictable unless they feel threatened. Was this one feeling threatened? The shark pursued him as he ascended for a breath, and it appeared that his dolphin companions had abandoned him. But then, in an amazing act of bravery, a dolphin named Chopper swam under his arm and charged at the shark. The man had no doubt that the dolphins had intervened to save his life. This remarkable incident highlights the unexpected alliances that can form in the face of danger. Even at the depths of the ocean, where survival is frequently a game of predator and prey, acts of heroism can emerge from the most unexpected of places. When you have a dolphin named Chopper on your side, who needs a knight in shining armor? Lion saves girl from kidnappers. This is one of the best that we've heard and quite possibly fake, but it's still cool. A story unfolded in the heart of Ethiopia that blurred the line between reality and fable. A young girl, only 12 years old, became entangled in a horrifying ordeal, abducted and brutalized by men hell-bent on forcing her into marriage. Her cries for help went unanswered for a week in the remote wilderness, until an unlikely trio emerged from the shadows. 3 magnificent lions, fierce and formidable, chased her captors away and stood sentinel over her. They kept a protective vigil for half a day until the police and her family arrived. The lions retreated upon their arrival, leaving the girl safe but deeply shaken. Wildlife expert Stuart Williams speculated that the girl's cries could have been misinterpreted as the mewing of a lion cub, explaining why the lions didn't harm her. Gorilla saves boy. An incident occurred in the heart of Chicago within the bustling Brookfield Zoo. This would have had an indelible mark on the annals of human-animal interactions, until Harambe. In a fit of innocent curiosity, a 3-year-old boy fell over 15 feet into a gorilla enclosure. The terrified crowd could only look on as the boy lay unconscious, surrounded by his 7 potentially angry gorillas. That's when a female gorilla named Binti Jwa stepped forward, their fear turned to awe. She approached the boy with surprising gentleness, despite her immense strength. Binti Jwa cradled the child in her arms and carried him to the enclosure's entrance. She carefully placed him at the feet of the paramedics who were waiting. What makes this act even more remarkable is that Binti's actions didn't appear to be the result of any training or commands, but rather her innate sense of compassion. Thankfully, the boy eventually recovered completely, and probably was a pretty big fan of that gorilla afterward. The incident serves as a powerful reminder of the animal kingdom's profound empathy. It's almost as if Binti was implying that no child should ever be left behind in life's metaphorical jungle gym. Sea lion saves man's life. Kevin Hines had decided that there was nothing left to live for and took a bus to the Golden Gate Bridge with every intention of ending his life. On his way there, he sat in the back seat crying and nobody on the bus cared. That in turn pushed him over the edge to go over the edge. Ooh, that was a bad joke on my end. Without too much hesitation, he jumped, and the moment he left the railing, he realized he wanted to live. Was it too late? Metaphorically, yes. He hit the water with a force that shattered his lower vertebrae and forced himself to swim 70 feet back to the surface. Out of nowhere, a dark shape appeared beneath him. He was struggling to stay afloat because of waterlogged boots. All of a sudden, he realized it was a sea lion, and the animal was bumping him from below so that he stayed afloat. He kept doing that until a boat pulled Kevin out of the water. Not only did the sea lion save Kevin's life, but he saved the lives of many more people. This is because Kevin became an advocate against suicide. From being a man who thought there was nothing for him in the world, Kevin became a man who began fighting desperately to save the lives of suicide-prone individuals, all because of this sea lion that saved his life when he most needed it. Deer protects woman. Of all the animals in the world who have the ability to attack, nobody would suspect a deer from being able to save the life of a human. This actually did happen though, as a deer saved a woman from an attacker. After a party, a Miami student found herself walking home by herself. After a while, she heard something and was confronted by an attacker who attempted to pull her to the ground. She was fighting with everything she had, but the attacker was simply too strong for her. Just when she thought it was all over though, there was a burst of action. And of all the saviors in the world, a deer had jumped out and scared the attacker. The animal didn't just leave it there though as the attacker fled. He actually followed the attacker and he ran into a nearby field. That gave the student enough time to run away and get help. When she told others about the story, they didn't believe her at first, but she was so adamant that people had to listen. Just imagine a deer coming to your aid against an attacker. You've seen it all at that point. Bear saves drowning woman. A Spanish woman was camping out in the Cantabria region of Spain when this occurred. Spain is a beautiful country with a ton of history and a carefree subtropical climate. Cantabria is an autonomous region in northern Spain known for its natural beauty. Maria was busy crossing a river in a region known for its grizzlies when she slipped and fell into the raging flood below. She was immediately sucked under, but did manage to fight her way to the top again. Then she went under again, and all of a sudden she was fighting for her very life. To make matters worse, a grizzly had appeared. Maria was too tired to panic when the massive animal made his way towards her. She thought she was about to be mauled, but the bear grabbed a hold of her and began dragging her instead. Maria gave up and thought it was the end, but she woke up on dry land. She was freezing and coughing up water, but she was alive. Then she noticed the grizzly sitting nearby. It made no move towards her as if it was checking to make sure she was alright, and really nothing else. Swimmer protected by dolphins. Dolphin saving people isn't something we haven't heard of, but each story has something special about it. This one happened over in New Zealand with a channel swimmer named Adam Walker. He's known to swim channels all over the world and was busy swimming the Cook Strait when dolphins saved him. Some way through his swim, Adam looked and saw a shark swimming under him. He felt vulnerable, afraid, and alone against the predator. Had the shark decided to attack, he would have been, well, shark food. Fortunately though for Walker, a pod of dolphins suddenly appeared. These aquatic saviors began escorting him as he kept swimming in benefits of dolphin and whale conservation. Maybe they knew? Whatever the case was, these dolphins kept the shark at bay and made Adam feel safe. The pod escorted him for over an hour until the shark simply lost interest. Only then did they leave him to complete the swim on his own. He did complete the swim safely, and his wife on a nearby boat took some great photos of the encounter. Pretty cool story. Elephant saves girl from tsunami. Amber Owen was only 8 years old when she would become the subject of a rescue that caught the imagination of the world. The rescuer was called Ning Nong, a young elephant. On the day of the tsunami of 2004, Amber was holidaying with her family in Phuket, Thailand. When the water receded before the first wave hit, Ning Nong seemed to realize something was wrong and ran away with Amber on her back. Amber's parents were terrified, but little did they know the elephant was saving the life of their daughter. Ning Nong took Amber to higher ground, and in that way he saved the girl's life. That left enough time for her parents to find her and take her into the hotel. When the second and larger wave hit, Amber was safe on a higher level of the hotel. Day turned out to be a tragedy to thousands of people. One family was saved the heartache because of one clever little elephant. See you all next time.